Hi and welcome to another free.volous episode. So I've been talking non-stop about my skincare routines, my favorite skincare products. I'm sorry the light is going, but that's what I have to work with. But I've been talking so much about skincare routines and products and favorites that I decided to bring you my favorite basic essential skincare products or some suggestions for you to create your basic routine and then a few building blocks so that you can build up from there. And also making sure that all of the products that I'm going to mention are somewhat affordable depending on everybody's capabilities. It may depend, but I try to keep it along the drugstore kind of prices, not necessarily drugstore products. Before we start, just the usual disclaimer. Let's all say it together. What works for me may not work for you, and that's fine. We can still be friends. Okay, these products have been working for me very well, and that's why I'm recommending them, but it doesn't mean that they are foolproof. Nothing is, because each person is a skin. Now, for me, the 3 essential steps of any skincare routine, and this is the equivalent to brushing your teeth every day. You don't question it, do you? Why do you question taking care of your face? Dunno. Nobody can explain that to me. But for me, the 3 essential steps would be cleansing, moisturizing, and sun protection. Those are the basics. That's basic skin hygiene for me and for many experts in the field. You can start with a very simple stripped down routine. I would amplify it for double cleansing, so getting 2 different cleansers because of the sun protection and because many of us wear makeup. So let's start with the cleansing, and let's start with the PM first cleanse. In the AM you don't need to cleanse twice, I think you know that. And for me, in the first cleanse, I want to remove everything that is made to stick to my skin. So SPF and also makeup if it applies to you too. And to do this in the gentlest way possible, for me, the best thing to use is not micellar water and nothing else, but an oil-based cleanser. That can be in a liquid oil form or in a balm, an oil balm form. With oils, you just take a little bit of the oil, massage it onto your dry face, and really feel that melting down everything, and it's really easy and it's not stripping at all because you know it's an oil. And then I like to go in and give it a little bit of water just to emulsify it, but I like to remove it with a damp washcloth, a very soft microfiber washcloth. That would be something I would invest in, because I want to make sure that every little bit of makeup and SPF is removed on that first cleanse. This is the Nivea oil cleanser. This is super affordable in my opinion. I've bought this in the supermarket. It cost me €7 or something like that. It comes in several colors with different scents. This has perfume in it, but they also have an unfragranced version, which is really nice. And this is one of the most easily accessible options because Nivea is almost everywhere and it gets the job done. If you don't live in a country where the Body Shop is an MLM, multi-level marketing pyramid scheme kind of thing, I would definitely go and buy the Body Shop Chamomile Cleansing Oil. The pump is crap if they haven't changed the packaging, but the product in itself works really well. And then from the other side of the world, one of my favorite brands, Hada Labo, has a cleansing oil which is also quite affordable. If you want to go my favorite route, which is a cleansing balm, cleansing balms tend to be a bit more expensive or harder to find in a more inexpensive version, but you get a boatload of it when you buy one, and this will last you forever. So the main suggestion that usually I give to someone who wants to try an affordable cleansing balm is the Body Shop one, because again, it's the cleansing butter, I think they call it. It's a classic for a reason. I have to recommend these kind of Korean brands, like this is Hamish, this is the All Clean balm, and the Vanilla Co balm are really good. You get a lot of product, so it gives you a bit back for your investment. And of course, then you have the ordinary squalane cleanser and the Inkey List oat cleanser. Those are really good too. So these are for the first cleanse. These are suggestions. You only need one. Keep that in mind. Next up would be a second cleanse, and if you like to cleanse your face in the morning, which I really do, I like to start with a blank canvas in the morning. So my second cleanser in the evening, or AM cleanser, should be something really gentle, just to help to actually clean the skin. Right now I'm using the CeraVe hydrating lotion, which is basically a lotion that you massage onto your damp skin. It doesn't make any foam. It's really gentle and non-stripping, and then you just wash it off. You just rinse it off. This one doesn't remove makeup or anything. If you want to use it twice to remove your sunscreen, yes, it can do that, but to remove makeup, I wouldn't use that. If you want something a bit more on the foamy side, I'd say, you have the CeraVe, they have a new cream to foam cleanser, which I find really interesting. I have to try that one out. And then if you want to go a bit a step further, if you are very oily, prone to breakouts and to blackheads, things like that, they have the SA cleanser, which has a bit of salicylic acid. Having one of these to use on a daily basis, and then having a smaller bottle of the salicylic one to use once, twice, depending on how skin goes, a week, that would be a great option, but that would mean you would have 3 cleansers instead of 2. There are so many cleansers out there. I'm not going to go into that. It's just CeraVe is really easy to come by. It comes in huge bottles and it delivers in terms of it washes your face. Now let's talk about the second step, which is moisturizer. I'm not sponsored, but here we go. CeraVe Facial Moisturizing Lotion. This is the PM one, which doesn't have an SPF. And I really enjoy this cream. It has ceramides, which help with barrier repair, niacinamide, again to strengthen your skin, help a little bit with balancing your oil production without being drying, helping with hyperpigmentation. And then it has hyaluronic acid, which brings the hydration into your skin. And because this is a cream, it will keep the hydration inside. It is, I would say, in terms of texture, more on the silicone side, which means just that it isn't dewy in terms of finish. But for a drier skin, I think the skin will feel very comfortable and comforted with this. And for an oily skin, you don't have to be panicking because you will look like a grease ball after 10 minutes. It's not one of those. It's really in the very good halfway. If you want something a bit richer, again, this is one of those that is a bang for your buck because this comes in 100 milliliter jars. This is the Hada Labo Perfect Gel. This is the delightful consistency. I'm not into water gels usually, but this won me over. When you apply this to your skin, it feels like you're gone and done for the day, you know. It's a fantastic texture, super lightweight, but your skin just drinks it all up and it stays glowy. This one stays glowy on the skin, I should say, without feeling too sticky. It's a delightful thing to experience. And the Perfect Gel is made with that Hada Labo kind of formula that has a lot of hyaluronic acid, so it brings lots of moisture or hydration to your skin without being too heavy or greasy. So it's delightful even for combination to oily skins, I'd say. So it's a great choice. Downside is that this one tends to slightly pill, so I would use it in the evenings. If you're one of those people who likes to wear makeup, this wouldn't be my first choice. If you can only have one moisturizer, stick to the CeraVe. There's a plethora of other options in the market. Simple, plain moisturizers. There's a lot to choose from. These are my 2 recommendations. Now let's talk about sunscreens. I've raved about sunscreens. You've seen these 3 everywhere in my videos, so I'm not going to talk too much about them. First, my favorite, it's the P20 Sun Care for Kids. This is a cream. It's super high protection. It won't fail you. It's great if you have especially hyperpigmentation prone skin. Do consider giving this a whirl. And this is good for face and body. I have never mentioned that, but it is. That's why it comes in 100 in 200 milliliter bottles because it's supposed to be used all over the child. And we're children of the world, so this is a great product. The best protection, this one. This is a cream though, so it stays slightly sticky to the touch and dewy to the eye. You can counteract it with skincare and makeup if you so choose, but if you're not comfortable with that, I have two options. One still on this side of the planet is the La Roche-Posay Anti-oxidants shaker fluid. This is a delightful texture, it doesn't pill, works beautifully. It is as expensive, and this is 50 mils, as this one, as the P20. Bear that in mind, but in terms of formula, it's amazing and it's easy to grab in any pharmacy. I don't know why they are amping up the price so much. This should be almost given for free because it's SPF, but anyway, it's a delightful, very lightweight formula. It's not totally matte, as in mattifying and drying to the skin, but it's not dewy or oily in any way. So again, very right there in the middle. The same with, this is from the other side of the world. I've talked about it. This is Skin Aqua UV Super Moisture Gel SPF 50 PA4+, and this is again the same kind of texture, a very lightweight lotion. Delightful to use, comes in 110 grams instead of 50 milliliters. You have to buy it from Yes Style or Stylevana, but for me it's worth the wait. Oh, the P20 is available at a few European Amazons. It jumps around, and another store, and I will link everything in my blogs. And if you have very oily skin, if you feel like using a moisturizer underneath your SPF is too much, maybe considering using just the SPF as your moisturizer if it gives you enough, and just keeping the moisturizer for the evenings. So the three main steps are done. So cleansing, moisturizing, and SPF in the morning. Now let's talk about the new building blocks that we may add to the routine. And the first one would be the more common and the more looked for, which is hydration. I have two suggestions here from La Roche-Posay, the Toleriane Ultra 8 Mist. This is a fantastic spray mist that has glycerin, and that again brings the water into the skin. You should apply this after cleansing, spray this on, and then still with the damp skin apply your moisturizer, and that will lock all that juicy water on your skin and you're good to go. And this is only glycerin based. This does not have hyaluronic acid, but they do the same thing. This is hyaluronic acid based. It has 2 or 3 versions of molecular weights of hyaluronic acid, and this is the Hada Labo Gokujun lotion. They have several different densities, I would say. Some feel a bit more lightweight, some feel a bit more viscous. This is the moist, which is in the middle. And again, bang for your buck. It's a huge bottle. This will last you almost a year. You just have to dispense a few drops, swipe and pat on the skin after cleansing, and you're done. And you can do this as many times as you'd like, and you will feel the increase in hydration. So it's a great thing to add on, and you can use it both AM and PM. Next up in the routine, another building block would be an antioxidant, and you can use this in the AM and in the PM, although if you're using, say, a retinol or something else in the PM, I would just reserve this for the AM. Vitamin C helps to brighten the skin, even out the skin tone, protect you from oxidative stress and pollution and the UV rays and all of that. And also it helps to boost collagen. So it's an all-in-one and can also be used as an anti-aging kind of thing. So keep that in mind. It's a great one. It's a good one. I like to go with L-ascorbic acid, which is the gold standard and the base for other antioxidants. This is Geek and Gorgeous Sea Glow. I've talked about this so often. It's very similar to Paula's Choice, the Sea Boost serum. It's a liquid. It has the same kind of known ingredients, vitamin C and ferulic and vitamin E, and it gets the job done. It's really, really nice, really easy to apply. It's a liquid. If your skin is a little bit more sensitive, I would go with your hydration before hand before applying this. If you don't have any irritation with vitamin C, you can go and apply this right after cleansing.
Editing silly me here to tell you that I forgot to mention the Milano CC, which is a great L-ascorbic acid serum. It is sort of a dry oil, so it sinks in quickly. Oily skins, fear not. It does contain fragrance. All in all, it's a great, great product.
And also, Eucerin has the CoQ10 cream. It's a day cream, and it's a really good texture if you prefer to use a milder antioxidant that is not vitamin C. I would replace your AM moisturizer with that one. Next up, I would add, if you are over your 30s, if you feel your skin is starting to lose a little bit of its strength and good texture, and also maybe if you have a little bit of breakouts and stubborn, maybe hormonal acne, this is just a suggestion. For me, the retinoids have really helped. And let's start with a very, very mild retinoid. This is the Eucerin Q10 Active Night Cream. And this not only has CoQ10, which is an antioxidant, it also contains a little tiny bit of retinol. This texture is delightful. It's an actual cream, and it feels really hydrating and nourishing. And if you are new to retinoids, start with something with a very low concentration and start slow. With this, I would go in every other night maybe to start off with something like a retinol serum. I would start once a week and always, always moisturize. And if you feel you're 3 days later, because you don't notice the effects immediately, if 2 or 3 days later you notice you're getting drier, start moisturizing before applying your retinoid. That's another tip. Now, for a bit of a stronger version of a retinoid, I would go with Retinal. If you don't know, Retinal, which is my favorite vitamin A derivative, is supposed to give you results as quickly as tretinoin, supposedly, without as many harsh effects. And it's usually encapsulated in a way so that it slowly delivers the product to your skin, so it doesn't hit you in the face immediately. So all of that together, all that technology is meant to give you a milder journey with the retinol. Being really sensitive can be a factor in it. So always start once a week. Doesn't matter how much of a rhino skin you think you have. If you're new to retinoids, start once a week and build up from there. And I have my favorites, which is, again, Geek and Gorgeous. They have this is also from the 101 range. This is the A game, and they have a 0.05% concentration and a 0.1% concentration. So you start with 0.05, you use it up, start slow again, and by the end of the bottle, you're probably using this every single day. And if you have no harsh effects, no problem, no dryness, you don't need to. You usually moisturize after this because this is a cream serum, but if you don't feel like you need to keep buffering it, you can go up to the next one. And I must say, this is a really good, this one is finished. This is the 0.05 is finished, and I have here the 0.1%. Delightful cream, lightweight texture. Again, you need a moisturizer on top just to make sure. And if you have the CeraVe moisturizer, you have the niacinamide in here, so you will be helping the retinoid with the anti-hyperpigmentation powers. I haven't forgotten the drier skinned people, so I have something that you can add to your routine for the dry skin days, or if you are really, really dry, you may want to add an oil to your routine, and this is so subjective. The main one would be a squalane oil, and many brands like the Inkey List and The Ordinary have a squalane oil. That's fantastic. I fell in love with the bee oil from The Ordinary. Nobody talks about it. So I'm a bit concerned that it may not be good for everyone else and I'm the only one liking it. It's a blend of several different oils. It does include squalane, and it's super hydrating without being too heavy. And I like to mix a few drops onto my moisturizer to create a richer feeling moisturizer if I need that, or I apply a few drops before my moisturizer and seal the oil in. It does have a herbally scent. It's made of a lot of plant oils, not essential oils though. I have mine. I had to decant mine into another dropper bottle because mine came with a dropper all effed up. This is an Oskia bottle. I sanitize it and all of that, but yeah, that's what I had to do. But I can't show you the original one, but you probably know the ordinary bottles by now, don't you? I was struggling if I should talk about acids on this video, just because all of these products that I've recommended, I've used them and I feel like they are equivalents to products that I own and that I've talked about, and some of these have been part of my favorites too. But when it comes to acids, the ones that I really like, I have never found formulas, similar formulas, and lower price ranges. Maybe I haven't looked enough. Sunday Riley Good Genes, which is a lactic acid sort of cream base, and the other one is also a cream, which is the Alpha H night peel. It has a glycolic acid and a little bit of retinol in it. Those are two of my favorite products, and they're one and done. You wash your face, you apply that to your face, and you're good to go. You may want to add moisturizer, but I haven't found anything like that to recommend to you. So I'm going to go with the second best thing, which is an acid liquid, an acid toner, if you'd like. The first recommendation is an obvious one. I know The Ordinary has one. It's a glycolic acid base too, and it's really inexpensive. It's far more inexpensive than Pixi, but I personally haven't tried it. So here it is. This is the Pixi Glow Tonic. It's a classic. I've used lots of it, and it's really mild. For me, it hardly does anything, but I use really strong things on my face every single day, so I'm not in that phase of my life anymore where this would make a huge difference, which it does for so many people. So this is a good entryway, the same as The Ordinary glycolic toner, a good entryway into acids. It gives you a very mild exfoliation. It eats away the dead skin cells, as usual with any actives, so retinoids, acids, not hyaluronic acid, that doesn't count, but retinoids, exfoliating acids, and vitamin C start slow. And the other one is really for acne-prone skin. And this is not affordable if you buy the full size, but I buy these for, I think, €8 or something from Paula's Choice, and it's the travel size of their liquid exfoliants. They have several different formulas with slight tweaks. This is the classic 2% BHA, which is salicylic acid, great for breakouts. They have others. They have in gel kind of cream forms. They all come in these tiny bottles. And you don't need to use this every single day. So because of that, getting a small size of this will last you a longer time. So I think that makes it as affordable. That's it. These are my recommendations for affordable, reliable products that you can sort of easily find and create your ultimate amazing routine and build from there, and the world is your oyster. Start with cleansing, moisturizing, and sun protection. Those are the essentials, and then you can build up on hydration, on moisturization with the oils, with antioxidants, with retinoids, and with exfoliating acids. And don't forget to protect your lips. That's basically what I said in the whole video. Yeah, that's it. I hope you're all well, and thank you for stopping by. Please subscribe if you haven't already, or consider that, and leave me a like and a comment. And thank you for spending your time on me, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye!